But let's take a minute and see what letting go means for us tonight. We are entering a time where you are being asked to let go of who you once were and step into meeting the moment. So you're being asked to let go of who you think you are, of who you think you were, and stepping into meeting the moment. What does it mean to meet the moment? Life has changed. The planet has shifted. We are not where we thought we would be. And although all is in alignment, and although everything is as it should be, there is this perspective from mankind of surprise that we've ended up here. So if you're being asked to let go of who you were, who you thought you were, and who you should be, and you are being asked to meet the moment, who is this new you? What does this look like? Who are you? And how are you going to meet the moment? When we say meeting the moment, that can look and sound multiple different ways and mean multiple different things. But there is a global request being asked for you to meet the moment. If you are paying attention, you will be feeling the pain, the suffering, the violence to a point that you will break. Breaking is so important. Allowing the self to cry, allowing the self to be angry, to ask why. And then when you're ready, shaking it off as a dog would do and asking, what is my role? How am I being called to meet this moment? What am I supposed to be doing? Feeling a lot of feelings, and let's keep feeling our feelings. We cannot stop feeling. Compassion is what leads to enlightenment. Compassion for others is what leads to enlightenment. You cannot reach a state of enlightenment without compassion. So let's close the eyes, take 3 deep breaths. Left hand is over the chest, right hand is over the belly, and we're breathing. That's it. Just breathe for a moment. Relaxing the belly, feeling the belly rise, and allowing the belly to gently pull in on the exhale. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Wiggling the fingers and the toes to make sure they're not clenched. Relaxing the forehead. Relaxing the eyes. Feeling the chest rise and fall under the hands. Feeling the belly move, flexible, pliable. Breathe. The mind is going to wander. Allow it. Do your best to not engage. Wherever you're at, blow all the air out. Inhaling through the lips like you're pulling water in through a straw for a count of 6. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the lips. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Allow the breath to move at its own pace, relaxing the belly, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the cheeks, the jaw, and I want you to bring your attention to your belly, feeling the right hand over the belly, and there's a heat. That heat can be through the imagination with color, orange, maybe yellow, whatever color comes to you. But there's a heat building between the belly and the hand. Feel that for a moment. Imagine that for a moment, using the imagination when you need it. As you feel this heat, feel the breath move with the heat. Without forcing the breath too deep, we gently deepen the inhale. We gently deepen the exhale. Gently deepen the inhale and the exhale. This heat begins to rise in the belly, and the heat becomes a source of release, clearing, and healing. The heat moves through the belly, absorbing the tension, the stress, and that which you no longer need. The heat expands the belly on the inhale and releases everything that you no longer need out on the exhale. The heat expands on the inhale and releases everything you no longer need on the exhale. The heat expands on the inhale and releases everything you no longer need on the exhale. Stay here for a moment with this breath, with this visual. And now bringing the attention to the left hand that sits on the chest, feeling the chest rise and fall with the breath. With each exhale, the body releases even deeper. The belly becomes even more flexible. With each inhale, we feel a little bit clearer, a little bit stronger. The chest expands a little bit larger. And on the exhale, we let go. Inhales, we feel the chest expand, growing bigger, clearer, stronger. Exhale, the body releases, flexible, pliable, softer. Inhale, we feel the chest rise and we feel a little stronger. Exhale, we release. The body becomes softer. A couple more times here. Feeling the body release. Finish this last round of breath slowly. And on your next exhale, pull the shoulders a little bit farther away from the ears. And I want you to allow yourself to just be still. How still can you keep your body, yet still maintain your breath? So still that you wait and you allow the body to breathe for you. So still that you trust that the breath will move without you encouraging it. So we sit in a place of trust and deep knowing that the next breath will come. With trust, we have this deep knowing that the next breath will come. This knowing brings a gentleness to the mind, to the body, to the soul. And for a brief moment, we feel the alignment with Spirit. We trust it. In this alignment, we're shown how we as individuals are being called on to meet the moment. What does that look like for you? What does that feel like for you? How will you be called on to meet the moment? You are open to seeing that when the time is right. Placing the right hand palm facing up, the left hand stays on the chest. Opening the eyes without moving. Just be still. Keeping the eyes open, you feel a little clearer, a little stronger, a little safer in the space you're in. Allowing yourself to feel this peace with the eyes open. Allowing yourself to feel grounded with the eyes open. To feel aligned with the eyes open. Stay in this moment.